My name is Ezreal the Scribe. Welcome to my channel. Here we talk about the occult, history, philosophy, different practices and experiences that I've experienced over the past 25 years, navigating through different path workings as well as groups that I've met, people, teachers, and it's a passion of mine, and I found this space as a way to share and to honor my teachers, honor the lessons I've learned, and share those experiences. So without further ado, today's topic is the Bardic Craft. And what I mean by Bardic Craft, not like you're barred from the law or you're barred from entering this place. No, the Bardic Craft, the Celtic people and other traditions that honored minstrels, musicians, poets, and what they would consider bards, were people that had memorized, tons of tales of cultures, tons of tales of myths, legends, stories of old that would share the culture, to share the history of the people, of those tribes, those people, cities, and before books were written, a lot of things were passed down through mouth to mouth and through song and through so with that, that's where a lot of the ideas of the bards come from. And there's actually a college in Ireland, back in the day as well as present. In the modern times, it's the Bards, Ovates, and Druids, and it's a conclave of individuals that honor the ancient Irish traditions, or at least attempt to find as much as they can about it and resurrect it and honor it. And the bards, the portion of it, they do carry on the songs and legends. But when you look in and I'm not trying to go into theoretical or the aspects of the bardic history from a academic standpoint, I want to present it from a practitioner's view. And one of the skills of the bards, and myths and legends, as well as non-myths and legends, because who you speak to will tell you, oh no, it's true. And one big aspect that they were able to do was to use magic through song, through music, and they could create storms from music. They could the magic of music being able to change your emotions. When you listen to a song, you get teary-eyed, or if you listen to a song and you feel this drive of energy, like I want to go pump 20 reps, super fast. That type of energy, that's magic, that inspiration of music, the rhythm. And so magic, the occult, and music became entwined. And that craft was carried by the bards, those that were skilled in music, harps, different musical instruments of the time period, even drums. The drum can, when you hear a dom, 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 that's a heartbeat. That's a rhythm that connects everyone together in that heartbeat. Because when you start to hear and feel that vibration from those beats, then you connect to that rhythm. and then that pulls you into, and that's why you see a lot of people playing drums in a circle. It's not because it's a hippie thing, cool to do, and see people dance while you're drumming. That's part of it, but the underlining is connecting everyone with an intention through that rhythm. It's very powerful, especially if the person leading the drum circle has an intention behind it, and everyone's focusing that energy into that intention when they drum. It's a powerful spell that's created. And then other aspects of Bardic Craft is tapping into the collective consciousness. And in the Celtic traditions, this is when I was in the Wiccan Coven, the Celtic Wiccan Coven. I did quite a bit of study and experience with different musical crafts of my ancestors, and I learned that there was the idea of tapping into Imbus. And Imbus was like this river of knowledge. You'll hear of the tale of the river of knowledge, and the salmon has that knowledge. And so being able to tap into that river of wisdom, to be able to convey that wisdom from the spirit world to people. And that was one of the skills the bards had. They could tap into that wisdom, and their song would inspire people. They would inspire kings. They would inspire the whole city to celebrate, or to change emotion. If they sung a song about how the people were being attacked, it would incite people to do things like create wars. I mean, it was a powerful craft. And so with that said, of connecting to the collective unconscious, or the consciousness through song, I really started to dive into that. And that's when I found, and this was around that time, 2003, 2002, when the Oviates, Bards, and Druids came, and I watched what some of the Bards did. And it was at a festival, like a summer festival. And this was in Recreation Plantation in Austin, right outside of Austin, Texas, north of Austin. A beautiful place. A campground where there was probably at least 60 people. Well, maybe not that much. This was a small group, but it's probably about like 40 people. But it was a celebration for some of the leaders of the Oviates, Bards, and Druids came to America to initiate an Ovate and a Bard. And so the coven I was in, we were invited to join as a hearthkin, to be a part of it, part of that celebration, and to help guide them into the fold, so to speak. And so I remember to this day, it was so beautiful. So they had a bonfire up on the hill, and then they had another, that's where the initiation of the Ovate would be. And it was a beautiful grove of trees surrounding that bonfire. And then down the field, down from the hill, there was a river that flowed, and you could hear the trickling water. It was just so beautiful. And they had tiki torches on both sides of the river, and there was this bridge. And that's where they were going to initiate the Bard. So you had the fire up on the hill and the water down below, and it was a, it's a unified circle of beautifulness. And so witnessing that and kind of listening to the bard and how he approached things, I started like tinkering around with my own methods of music, and so what I learned, and this is from practicing, is that I, as a guitarist, would I found out that the rhythm that you play, the rhythm, like the heartbeat I was talking about, how it connects everyone. Well, the rhythm you play is that key that unlocks the door to that higher frequency of consciousness. It's through the rhythm that the intention that you're setting when you play flows. So I found that when I first started doing this, it became like a parlor trick. I would say, okay, give me a word, give me a place, and then second, give me a word. And so people would say like fire, or they would say a place that they would what was it? They would say like the city, and then they would say banana. And so then I would create this like song, and it's usually like comical, but it was like I would like first, really set into the rhythm. Depending on the place, kind of set the tone of if it was going to be somber or happy, like the humming, I would be thinking of an intention in my head using, the banana, and I would, start singing about that place and banana, and it brought a lot of laughter. The person I was playing for was sick at the time, so it really brought joy in that moment. So I was able to shift that. So that so I really dug into that, and I had many experiences with this I want to say it's a skill that everyone can learn. They just have to practice it, because people, and I've been told over and over and over, Jeremy, you're so good at improv, because that's what comes flows, but usually I forget what I'm saying after, unless I write it down or record it. So it's improv, but it's also on the underlining, I'm tapping into a higher source of creativity and bringing it down from, the flowing currents through me and to you. And so that, which, a lot of people hear that, they're like, yeah, whatever, man. but there's always going to be naysayers, but when you feel the energy from it, that's a tall sign of, flowing energies from different spaces. But regardless, some of the other experiences I had with this, I was at a all-night fire circle in Las Vegas, And you're thinking, okay, a fire circle in Las Vegas? What are you talking about? It's a big city. So on the outskirts of Las Vegas, if you drive north to Indian Springs, not far from Indian Springs, there's a temple there called, it's a goddess temple. It's a Sekhmet goddess temple. And you drive up, there's this big dome, and inside the dome is this huge, we're talking 6 foot, 5 foot wide statue of Sekhmet. And other statues within the temple of goddesses. And it's a very sacred place. And many groups from Las Vegas would have all-night fire circles there in honor of Sekhmet, as well as doing different rites of alchemy and spirituality. And so one night I was there at an all-night fire circle. I was asked to play, and it was an honor. And I remember one of the lead persons of that group had said, I don't care what you've done before. I don't care where you've been, who you know. All I want to know is what you can do right here and right now, and I want to be inspired by it. And I was like, hell yeah, I like that. It's not about, the past. It's about, the present. And so with that, I did my parlor trick of, okay, well, give me a word, and give me and give me a place. And the guy said Sahara, and he said fire. And so with that, I started playing, and I still think I can play it. I had not played this song before that time. It was at this time, this flowed. It's one of the few songs I remember. The fire burns holding you, waking out, waking true. Burning in time, waking the old to new. Guiding hand, guiding true, guiding to you, life and love. The torch that burns in our hearts has the key to unlock the doors true. Fire burning here and you. So stuff like that. So that, until years later, I considered a parlor trick, and I didn't really dive into it deeper spiritually. And it wasn't until I met a Apache healer, William Twofather, that one, he clarified my theories, my practices were, something deeper that had been practiced before by others. He really showed me the details of what it is and how he used it in his practices as a healer. The drum beat, the rhythm of the drum beat, when he beats it a certain way, like a certain beat rhythm, and as he flows around the person he's working on with that drum, it unlocks the key to the doors to the spirit world to allow the spirit doctors to come in. He sets the intention ahead of time, calling to spirit doctors and his ancestors that are healers, people that could solve this situation that he's working with, to flow from the spirit world through his hands. And believe it or not, the drum that was used is the Native American hand drum. Some drums that are made cheaply, or not really have a strong backing, are not medicine drums. But drums that have a really strong backing can be medicine drums. And so he would place it like this, and he would really beat it. First you want to get the top head warm so that it doesn't break. So we would use like a hair dryer or something like that to get it warm. But the point I'm saying is that the rhythm of the drum, and he would do that for like 15 minutes, and you would feel the energy rising in the room as he's doing it, as well as the hitting of itself atomizes the energies on the table. Like the person, like the auric fields that if the person has illnesses or ailments that are within the body, they affect the auric field, the energy field. And that energy field, when it gets blocked, it causes more illness. That's generally what happens when illnesses set in. Think of like running water and still water. When you have running water, the water is generally clear, like in a stream. You'll be able to see the water, flowing. But when you have stagnant water, where there's no flow, then bacteria starts to form. Colonies come in. The water gets murky. You can't see through it. So, and then sludge builds up, and that sludge, hardens that area. And if your body is a free-flowing river, and then all that, and then something comes in where either you have a blockage from trauma, or a blockage from something energetic, like a an example would be not eating the right things, or having fatty tissue, a lot of let me try to think of the best way to describe that. Hold for a moment. So that stagnant flow that or the stagnant flow of a river, that where it stops, that can happen in the body. And when your body's energetically flowing, all the things work in the body. The nervous system flows properly, the chemicals get to the organs it needs to get to. There's a free flowing energy field, and when you don't have that, that's when it gets blocked. So the hitting the drum over the client, what that does is it breaks up that energy. That vibration breaks up that energy that's blocked and allows things to flow. And when the energy flows in your body, then because our chemicals, our nervous system, all of that is energy. So when it's no longer blocked, it can operate like it should. And so tie that together and it helps heal the person. So that is a powerful way music, in the Bardic Craft, can not only open up keys to the spirit world, but it can heal. Not only bring wisdom and knowledge, but to help heal a person through rhythm. And so learning this, I guess over the years I haven't practiced a whole lot anymore. I've been studying different things, but I've been picking it back up as an inspiration to share. And tell me in the messages below if you'd like to hear some of those improvs and hear some songs and me channeling different things. I plan to do that for different deities I've worked with, to give honor to them, to sing their song. But in other ways, let me know what you think. And if you like this content and want to hear more of the occult, my practices and experiences, as well as perceptions from a practitioner that's been doing this for quite a bit of time, please hit the like and subscribe button and the bell so that you get notified when more content comes out. And I will see you all again another time. Have a wonderful day.